Hello, this is story number 14, Remake. I made this yesterday and I took it down. I didn't like the way it turned out. So this is about a event. I went to go help clean up in this town in upstate New York after a tornado hit, a large one. And at the time I was serving in the New York Army National Guard as a tank platoon sergeant, and I was going to college full-time at SUNY Cortland. And I apologize for the grainy nature of these photos. They were probably taken with a digital photograph of the technology of that year. The resolution was probably really pathetic by today's standards, but so it is what it is. So my guard unit asked for volunteers to go help in the recovery effort of these towns that were stricken. I volunteered and took a bus, went out there with the 6 or 7 guys, and in the picture, by the way, I'm second from the last left with my gloves on down by my sides. So we pretty much went there and did a lot of manual labor, picking stuff up, clearing the road from debris, and just spending the entire day loading what was left of these houses that were annihilated onto trucks, and also helping secure the area in ways as well, and direct traffic initially. And then it just became a huge cleanup effort. There were no people killed in this. Miraculously, the tornado hit in daytime. And the thing was, there was somebody from this town. When we were there, I talked to everybody. When we're picking through all this stuff, loading it onto trucks, the people that own these homes were there also looking around for things that, and I was talking to them. They were very grateful to have us there. Got a lot of free labor, really, but we were glad to be there as well. Honestly, I thought it was a privilege to help out, as did the other guys that were with me. Well, one of the residents there told me that when this tornado hit, quite a few of them were out of town at a wedding. And this community had a large percentage of Italian Americans, and they were a really close-knit group. And so when there was a wedding in another town of another Italian American family, they were at that wedding. And then blam, a lot of these annihilated houses were empty, fortunately, of the residents when they got hit. I talked to one lady, comes to mind. A young woman was telling me that she was in her house when the tornado hit, and she said she just had enough time to grab her baby and run down to the basement. She got down to the basement, the power went out, and she said it lit up in an eerie green light in the basement. Everything was just eerie, glowing green light when a tornado passed over her house. She said it sounded like a freight train rumbling over her house. And then it was gone, and she went upstairs and found herself standing outside because there was no upstairs. But they were unharmed. All right, what this is about is actually the house behind us that we're standing here, the group I was with, posing for this picture. If you notice, it has a rather strange roof, the damage on it. And I'm going to backtrack here a moment. Where we were standing in this picture, just previous to that, a priest had given a service to give thanks to God that nobody was killed in this horrible disaster. And he pointed out the house behind us, where you see that section of roof that is untouched. There were 3 children in that section when it hit. Now, they were up there playing or what, I don't know. He didn't say, or I don't remember. But I do recall that he gave his service there where we were standing to give thanks to God, because there were 3 children, he said, in that section of roof. They were up there when it hit, and that was not touched. So Is it a coincidence or was it divine intervention? I don't know. You decide. But that's pretty much story 14. And we'll move on. Story 15, I'm going to remake that as well. And, this is just, I don't know. I'm not like a professional at this, if you can't tell. I just have fun with it and try to put the message out there. And this one's, some of them are kind of heavy emotionally, some aren't. So there it is. I thought this was pretty cool. All right, have a good day. Thank you.